Yeah, let's continue the introduction, guys. Who else want to introduce yourself?
Hey, this is Anjana Kamathia. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been trading from quite a long time, but I started the options trading recently. Yeah,
Good to know, Anjana. There is Karthik from Atlanta as well. He'll be joining
yeah,
in 10 minutes.
yep. We both are friends.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah.
We both work at same company.
Oh, okay. I know. Now I remember you. Okay. Got it. Okay. We have Mayank, Jova, Gil, Aranganath. Would you like anyone to introduce yourself?
Sure, I can go. This is Arvind.
Yeah.
I've been I've been trading stocks for almost 20 years, and I have been a
Wow.
day trader for most of the time.
Mhm.
I've kind of trained lots of folks around the globe. I have my own website. I have authored a DVD. I used to run a trading room before, but became busy, so not doing trading room, but still actively trading on stocks.
Okay. Good. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, let's get started. Sunil, do you like anything to share? I don't have much agenda today. If not, we can go with question answer. Yeah, Sunil, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm also not prepared for any agenda, but I thought since we are waiting for Karthik, I thought let's like basically I was just thinking of getting together and discuss where QQQ is headed or do kind of technical analysis. Or so looks like we have a experienced member with us today, aranganath, right?
Or Arvind, how do we call you, Arvind? Yeah.
Arvind? Okay, yeah, sorry. So yeah, so there is no agenda. We are just here to like if anyone have any questions, feel free to ask and we can talk about it. But yeah, this is kind of informal session.
I'm driving, guys. So it would have been nice if I knew. I was just curious, so I just joined the group. But I can give you my opinion.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The way I do it is I do it a little bit different, right? I don't do it in a way that I kind of look at the market and start predicting where it goes. So the way I do it is mine is very short-term trading, and I'm in and out of my positions pretty much within 10-15 minutes. And recently I started posting again, and I actually did that in this group a few times. There's a group called Thrive in the Market. So I did that few times, and you can actually see my trades, how I do it. I'm pretty much a momentum trader. So for me, the market direction actually doesn't have much meaning. For me, all it matters is if the stock is going up for whatever reasons, earnings are good,
We couldn't hear you, Arvind.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for long term, right, there are many factors, and it's kind of tough to say how you want to trade, right? I mean, you'll get lots of opinions, and that's why I kind of stay away from opinions. And I'll tell you my take, right? If so, I bought lots and lots of stocks when it fell in March, right? Now people are saying market is overvalued. Maybe they are right. Maybe they are not right. No one knows when the stock market is going to end. This has been the longest bull market for a while, right? It's been like almost 10 plus years where it has never gone down, and every opportunity whenever it kind of goes down a little bit, it's an opportunity to buy. Now can anyone say whether it's going to go down tomorrow? I don't know. It can go down in tomorrow, it can go down after 1 year, it can go down after 5 years, who knows? So I'm not in that place where I can actually say. But if you look at the consensus, right, people are starting to feel that it is a little bit heated. Now it doesn't mean it is heated means it's going to fall. It may still mean it's still a strong market. Few factors, right? If you want to consider, if there's a vaccine that comes out, if the market starts rebounding, right? In terms of because the virus is under control, there's a lot of optimism in the air. Maybe Trump wins again. All this will lead to a bull market. Now, the other thing can happen. Maybe a vaccine comes out, but then that fails. maybe the flu season comes out and that's even worse than what it is now. And suddenly everything starts becoming more gloomy, more people lose their job, things will tank, right? So it's very tough to kind of say where the market is headed. So short term, the way I look at it is still bull. Every time you see the market go down, people are coming back and they're pushing it. There, if you look at the news, they do say there are lots of new traders who are coming in, just like if you remember 2000, everything was up, right? There was no bad day at all. Everything was a rosy day. Maybe that is what this is now, but keeping in mind that it is the uh, presidential elections, one of the indicators that has been kind of accurate almost most of the times, it has been wrong 3 times in the past. If the market is up till the election, that means the president is going to win. The current president is going to win. If the market is going down, that means the new person is going to come in. There's I forget the ticker name, and you can I can post it in the group, and that has been true like 99.5% of the times. So looking at that, it feels that the bull market may still last a little bit longer. So I don't know whether it's going to go down or it's going to go up. That's my feel.
Yeah, that's a good knowledge from you, Arvind. Thank you. Anyone would like to share their experience in this week? Generally, any experienced person can share their knowledge for everyone. Okay. So no questions. Anyone has any questions?
One thing I can add is, so when you trade, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, the way you want to do it is it's all about portfolio management. It's never about stock picking, right? You can always see some of the favorite ones. When I say it's not about stock picking, you always know that there are these 7 stocks, right? Which has always been the bull. Today, the market is up because of technology, not because of anything else, right? So any money that came in, and as long as the Fed pumps in money, the market is going to be stable, right? The worst thing the Fed wants or the president wants, especially in an election year, is everything to tank, right? That provides a very big negative sentiment in the market. And stock is related in one way to the sentiments, right? Housing market, as long as people have jobs, things will be fine. Corrections will always happen, right? So the way you have to manage is, again, depending upon when you entered, right? If I enter now, if I enter the market now, I'll be very cautious because I just don't know. The market has gone up 3 times, 5 times. Tesla has gone up 5 times. It went all the way down to 375 and it went all the way to 2000 plus, right? So it's like 5 times it went up. So yes, now if you enter, there's a good chance that it may fall. I entered at the time during March and April. So for me, I will keep the stock. I'm not going to sell it, right? Because if I sell now, then I have to pay much more in tax. So I'd rather keep the stock for a few more years because Tesla is a good company. That is why when people say, this is a good time to sell because market will tank, it all depends when you enter. So if you enter right now, yeah, maybe this is the time to sell. Maybe you just want to be cautious. Again, you don't want to sell till the market tells you, right? As opposed to you trying to predict the market. No one in this world can predict the market. But at the same time, if you are cautious and you keep your stop loss and you have a trading plan in mind, that if it goes down, my max portfolio can go down as 10%, as an example, right?
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
Again, I don't like the idea that you want every single different sector stocks, right? I don't believe in that. Right now, hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah, there is a break.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just, I'm actually driving.
Okay.
That's, yeah. But next time, I didn't know about this. So next time I can be better prepared. I can actually join the call from home.
Sure.
But what I was saying is, you just have to balance your, I believe in diversification, but not. Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, Arvind, we can hear you. Yeah.
You can? Okay. No, what I was saying is, you just have to manage your portfolio. That's pretty much what it is. And when I diversify, I am diversified across in the tech sector today, because when the markets fell down, that time obviously you don't want to touch the airline, you don't want to touch the consumer, the restaurant business, you don't want to touch any of those vacation kind of businesses, right? So most of my investment went into companies like AVGO, which is Broadcom. I went into Workday, CRM, Tesla, then Apple. Those were good value stocks when it fell down. So I think those were the opportunities to get in. Now all of those have really gone up once again, right? So that's my view of long-term trading.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So if there is no agenda, we'll introduce the leaderboard a little bit, which I keep sharing in the group. There is other group where I share this. This is more of a growth stocks. And this is the leaderboard, and they have leaders near a buy point and leaders watch list. So this is like stock picking for long-term growth investing. You can also use it for swing trading. For example, most of the stocks here go for, hope everyone can see the screen, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So there is a new stock which is coming up, TSM. Has anyone heard about TSM?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, TSM, it seems it came newly in watch list. So this watch list usually comes when there is a new bull run is starting. I'm not saying new bull run is starting, but from my experience, whenever there is a new things coming, the watch list is ready, kept ready by this leaderboard. So the buy point is 84, current price is 78, and they're asking to wait till 84. So once it hits 84 until 88, that's the buy range. So that will be in a buy zone at the time. So keep watch this one, guys. This TSM has really performed well. It has not dropped that much recently. Let's see the daily chart of this one. If you guys see, there is momentum or little bit volatility, but the stock price has not gone down drastically. This is waiting for the next growth stock. That's why it is in the watch list. So you can watch the TSM ticker and wait for the 84 buy point. And the current there are 5 companies.
One question.
Yes.
So what do you mean by buy point there?
Yes. Buy point means when it hits it's waiting for the breakout. Let me explain you with other examples. For example, let's look into Adobe. Adobe is perfect. It's in buy range now, they say it. Okay. When it hits the 470, that's the breakout point. So what is a breakout? From the graph, we can see the chart. That's a 50-day moving average. It's on the right side. The red line is the 50-day moving average, and it's a daily chart. So this one, we don't have to look into the market every hour or every minute. End of day, you just relaxed have a look at what price it closed. So there is a good support. If you see last 4 trading days, there is a good support above the 50-day moving average.
Okay.
So when you have bought Adobe, let's say in August 14, there is a good profit. You could have sold the stock before September 1st. It went up to 528, and then it came back down. Everything crashes since one week or last 7-8 business days, trading days. It has come down, but it has not come down below the 50-day moving average. That is the support.
Okay.
So when it comes back to the 50-day moving average, that is the buy point for Adobe. So it has crossed 470, and 470 to 494. That's in the buy range. If I go and blindly buy based on this one for long term. This works only for long term. Let's say I buy today, even the market crashes 30% tomorrow, I'm not going to sell it.
Okay.
That's the intention of long term, right? Okay.
So you mean to say for short term it won't come below 470? That's
short term. No one can say.
Predict. Yeah.
Anything. No one can predict. But for long term, this really works.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Actually, it can come down, but the thing, right? So when stock market is selling so badly, they will start giving an indication saying reduce your exposure like to 50% or 25-30%. I think Vijay will also talk about it, I feel.
Yeah. Thank you, Karthik. Yes. So the basic idea of this leaderboard strategy is start with the ETF strategy. Let's say someone is very new to market. They have no idea about what stock it is, which company performs well. Start with the ETF strategy. The ETF strategy is very simple. Instead of holding cash, you convert everything to triple Q or QQQ. Why QQQ? Because this leaderboard or this IBD, they track the growth stocks from Nasdaq 100, and the ETF is triple Q. So instead of holding cash, convert everything to QQQ and stay invested 100%. When they say 100%, what happened last 4 days is they changed the percentage to 50%. So you reduce half of them to sell half of your QQQ back to cash. So that means keep in your portfolio, keep half of your portfolio in QQQ and half in cash. This is a very simple signal or algorithm you can follow. So last 4 days, if you see, they have said keep it at 50%. Yeah, keep it at 50%. That's it. So this was 100 from April 2nd. After the market bottomed out on March 23, they took a week to say go to 100%. From April 2nd till last week or September 1st week, it is 100%. And now they have said keep it only 50% invested for the ETF. Let's say tomorrow after a week, they might say change to 0% or go back to 100%. So this is for very simple strategy. You don't have to worry about Apple is performing well or Tesla is going down. You don't have to worry about these things. So ETF strategy, if someone is following, it's useful for them. That's the idea about ETF strategy. And once you're comfortable with understanding how the market performs, what is the support and resistance for the Nasdaq 100 or S&P 500 indexes, we can go to picking stocks using this leaderboard. So that's the update I have. And we have Karthik joined. Karthik, do you like to share something? I can explain about this leaderboard anytime later, guys, if you are interested.
So is it like subscription based, right? It's not free, right?
Yes, this is not free. Yeah, this is a subscription from Investors Business Daily, and they track only the Nasdaq 100 companies. And out of the 100 companies, they pick 50 companies, IBD 50, automated way. Top performing 50 companies out of the 100 companies. Some automation they use, some script or something. And from that 50, they handpick this leaderboard stocks. And this works well for long-term investing. That's leaderboard. And they have another one called Swing Trader. If you're doing swing trading, any time in the day, they will give a alert. If you're doing swing trading, you can follow them as well.
Thank you.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Hey Vijay, let me take like 2 minutes here so that I'll dial in from my computer so I can share screen.
Okay.
I don't have much, but I can give a little bit idea about QQQ and what, in my opinion, I mean anything can happen, but yeah, just
Sure.
might share some investment ideas and probably
Sure.
a little bit about QQQ.
Okay, go ahead and log in. Karthik is, yeah, go ahead.
One quick question. This is Abhishek. Just wanted to know your personal opinion about Leaderboard or Finviz. Like I've been evaluating subscribing to Finviz and its services. So, I mean, if at all you have any like comparison or any thoughts in your mind, like what could work out? Finviz Elite.
Okay. Finviz I have not used. I have used leaderboards. I told about a leaderboard.
Right.
The leaderboard, basically, the stocks are from the Nasdaq 100. The stock picking is from the, I can give you an overview. You can decide. Maybe someone has an idea about Finviz, they can share later. Right? Yeah. So this leaderboard, how it works, they have the IBD 50. You can see the full list. This is automated picking by computer program.
Right.
50 is from the 100, Nasdaq 100 companies. AMD is number one. Weave is a cloud solution for healthcare. NVIDIA, Pennymac Financial Service, Kirkland. So there are a list of 50 companies.
Right.
100 from the NASDAQ 100, they pick the 50 automatically from the computer program. Then they have sector leaders. For example, Nvidia will be there, or Netflix will be there, Workday, there's some Vertex, Virtue Financial. Okay, there are a few financial companies as well. That's sector leaders. And then there is everyday update, how the market performed. We can follow the ETF strategy or big picture. On top of that, the main thing is the leaderboard stocks, stock picking.
Right.
Current ones are Adobe, PayPal. Now these 5 companies are there, and the leaders list is already they are leaders. They recommended at some point, and now it has been running like anything. So that's the overall idea about leaderboard from Investors Business Daily. If anyone has idea about Finviz, they can share. We can learn from you. I have no idea about Finviz. I have seen the heat map. That's all I know about Finviz.
Because someone or the other keeps on sharing this heat map on the group.
Right.
So I thought maybe it must be something.
Good. Maybe we can try. If someone has some subscription, any trial they have faced, they can explain.
So I've used Finviz a little bit, but not its subscription. Like if you're talking about Finviz calls, like say buy the stock or option, I haven't tried it, but they have some good features. Like if you're a really serious day trader, they have a good feature of stock scanner. You can go and scan stocks based on certain criteria, like based on a volume or based on a price range, how it traded between last 3 days. There's like probably 30-50 filter criteria through which these are the ones I was talking about. But if you don't have subscription, you can only start scanning after 9:30 a.m. in the market, which may not be that useful for you. But yeah, they have good features for sure. But I don't know about their stock. If they ever do buy the stock at this price, I don't have any idea.
Right. Thank you guys for your input.
Hi Vijay, how much is the prescription for Leaderboard?
Leaderboard is $70
Annually?
No, monthly.
Oh, monthly. Wow. Okay.
I can share the updates if you ping me in the WhatsApp group, any specific stock you want. So there's no rush. Usually end of day, we can look into those stocks and then do your own research in your time. So it's because it's a long term. So that's why I share those things. If it is a alert during the trading hours, then I'm not comfortable sharing that one to everyone because I don't have, everyone is working full time, right? So do I.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the reason I go with this is spend some time in the evening, 5-10 minutes, quick overview. Or if you want to do some research on the stocks mentioned here, take some half an hour, up to you. We can discuss. So that's the idea.
Maybe you can post if there is any new stocks got added to the leaders list.
Sure, I'm posting it. I'm posting it in the other group. There is Market Leaders, ETF and Market Leaders group. If you are there, you can. Or if not, I will share the group link. I'll share it again. Yeah, thanks.
So quick question. In this group, leader group, once you have the subscription monthly, you just go and buy the ETF and then you hold it. Is it very self-instructive or like, or do you need to pay? Okay, so you just go and buy the ETF, whatever they suggest for the top 100.
Not top 100. This is a
the
list
Q.
of, QQQ. Yeah, QQQ is their main ETF. They track the QQQ ETF, right?
Okay.
SPY is the biggest ETF, which tracks S&P 500 market.
Okay.
This is more of a long-term stock. So they are preferring growth investing. So for growth investing, we have to look into NASDAQ 100, and that's how it is skewed. And each company's analysis is mentioned here. For example, ServiceNow, let's say. So what is a buy point? 454 is a buy point. So this is the current price, and buy range is this one, and it's nearing a buy point. Right now it is 445. The price has to come up to 454. It has to come up. Sometimes it has to, for the breakout, the price has to increase. Sometimes it has to come down. Right now, market is down, everything is down. So the buy point, it has to catch up to the buy point. It has to increase. You can read more about the big picture. All this. This is what I share usually. And how is the market? So currently the market is under pressure. It's 50% invested. If you're only following ETF strategy, keep only 50% in ETF, QQQ, keep the remaining in cash. This is only for the ETF strategy who are following only ETF strategy. If you're following individual stocks, you have to track the individual stocks performance, events, the earnings. Okay, that's it, guys. I have this much to share this week. If any questions, you can ask me, or let's move to someone who likes to share their knowledge.
Hi, Vijay. This is Moin.
Hey, Moin.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Last time I was watching Karthik and that QQQ analysis where Karthik was sharp, that he pointed out. I still remember that he pointed out a day before that about the puts for the SPY, because he knew that QQQ was about to reach the resistance and it has to pull back, but it happened on the other day. But my question is this, that QQQ did break the resistance since the crash which happened in March, right? So is Karthik there?
Yes, Karthik is there. I believe he will answer your questions.
Yeah.
Hey, Moin.
So,
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Karthik, brother. So it did break the resistance in the past. My question is that how you were damn sure that this time when it's gonna break it, it's gonna be a very good pullback in QQQ. You know, on June 12th or on June 11th, there was a pullback too, right? But then the market slided a little bit, but then everything started going up. But this one, this pullback is for the past 6 or 7 days now.
So yeah, like June and July one, I don't know what other pullbacks you're talking about. So the one that I did an analysis, even I did not expect it's going to, especially the Friday sell-off, right? It's reaching
Yes.
that's really threatening. But other pullbacks, I think someone, yeah, but other pullback I did expect. Look at the top of the trend channel. Someone has it. This is slightly a different one than I have. I don't know.
Karthik, do you like to share your screen, or do you want to control the screen which I have? I just opened the S&P 500 in trading.
I can share, but thing is, yeah, the apps and other things I had, some of the trend line that I drew, it's not there. So that's what I was working on.
Okay, I can do it if you want. How can I open in Trading View? QQQ I type. You can instruct me.
No, I already had some trend lines drawn and I was tracking it through it.
Okay.
I was going to, yeah, let me share my screen. That's okay. I can share.
Sure. Yeah, you can share. Yes.
So it says host disable participant screen.
Oh yeah, I'm going to enable. Yeah, sorry, I have to enable it manually.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, Karthik.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good question, Moin. Yes, Karthik is good in tracking the trend channels. Yeah, I think Karthik will explain now.
So this is the top of the channel. I was like, I was drawing and trying to find out where it's going to give a pullback. So there are chances it could have even hit and it could have ran a bit higher than the trend channel and it could have started pulling back. But for sure, I know it's going to pull back. So the point is, like, if you'd have asked me how far it could have pulled back, I would have expected it to stay here 275 to 270. I never expected it to go touch like 266 or something was the lowest of all the trading. Like, I think you guys can see my screen. Like, you know? So,
yes, Karthik, we can see. If you can pull it to the middle, it would be clear. Little bit zoom on the and pull it to the middle. That would be great.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Just give me a minute. So yeah, this is the trend channel. I've been tracking this after like March low. So whenever it's try to hit this, right? Like if you see, even in the past, if we go, whenever it tries to hit this channel, this is 10th of June when it tries to hit this, and look at what happened. Like it kind of pull back down, and it was trying to get support around the 21 EMA, which is good. So right now, the reason why it's selling off too much is because the run up was like so huge. This is like yeah, even I wanted to add few other point. Hey, look at the way it ran up right here. I think in yeah, this is a QQQ daily chart. Like look at here, this trade, you know, like how steep it is, like it is running up. This is not really good. Also, right, another beautiful thing that you guys can notice is, excuse me. So look at always this 9 EMA, right? The blue line that you guys are seeing is the 9 exponential moving average. So it always tries to trade closer to 9 EMA. Look at here what happened. You know how far these QQQ and stocks went above 9 EMAs. Look at this. This 300 is no way this is going to happen. So whenever it was going to reach like 300 or 306, that's when I decided, okay, this is going to pull back. But the mistake I did is I did not buy puts on this day. If I'd have bought, I mean, I made a lot of really good money on it, and I covered some of my losses. But yeah, I could have made more. And so answering your question, the reason that's what I'm trying to do. So look at the run up it here, and it did, and then how far it moved. That's why even the pullback is severe. Whenever market runs up like so crazy like this, it's going to have a bad pullback for sure. And did I answer your question, Moin?
Yes, Karthik. Yes, it's good now. Where do you see? So again, because you also mentioned on the other day when the market recovered after that, you also texted that it's not a good sign that the stocks prices recovered right away. It was, I believe, it was the next day when the stock prices.
Right. This green, I think this is the green I told. I think it was
Yes.
Friday, right? It was, yeah, it was a Friday I messaged.
No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I believe it was Wednesday when the market recovered a little bit.
No, I think the sell-off happened. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I don't remember. Oh, Wednesday is 9th. Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah, right. That's Wednesday. And yeah, look at next day what happened. So I mean, it did a low of 269, and from there the market it tried to reach above 280, and then it closed at 277. This was like, no way after this huge sell-off market is going to be up like this. No way, that's not going to happen. It's not normal. And also what I think going forward, right, this really looks little scary to me, because if it can maintain the support of 270 and it can slightly trade lower than 270, it's fine. It's a healthy sign. Look at what it did. It pierced almost until like 266.
Yes.
It has a really good support here. This is a daily chart, and it has a really good support here, and we got support at 266. If we keep testing this 270 support, right, then for sure we are going to lose this, and we're going to break below. But the problem here is, once we break below 270, I don't know, how bad it's going to be. We temporary support at 266 to 65, but if sellers are really, there's like too much bearish sentiment in the market, it's going to fall like probably ugly, is what I think.
No, you're right. If it does break that support, that's it. I believe it's gone then.
Right, probably we would reach somewhere around 255 is what I feel like.
Yes.
If it's not holding this support, probably, and there is like too much bearish sentiment, then we are going to reach here. And it depends, like even the EMAs, right? I don't know what EMAs I have here. Okay, 9 and 21.
So if I do a 50 EMA, so we currently have good support at 50 EMA. Once it breaks below 50 EMA, it's a bad sign. That's why, guys, if you are thinking to go long on QQQ, thinking, okay, every time, look at here. I mean, I was also in the same thought. Every time the market hits a high and it was pulling back, obviously it went up and it traded higher, which is, which is the truth actually. That's what is going to happen now also. But here, when you're playing with, don't think you can buy option at like 270 when QQQ is trading at 270, 69, or 66, that range, and buy an option like 2 weeks away, because we never know what if the market starts trading in sideways, right? Which is happen. It's if market is at least not so bearish, what I feel is it's going to start trading in sideways like this. I feel like between 280 and 270, this is the range we are going to see the market going to trade in next week or next few days. Maybe if there is a news, say with vaccine and other things, and their Fed is trying to push up, probably it can take it higher. But whatever, it will have a bit of resistance around 280, and then we have to break 280, and consistently we have to close above 280. Only then I see the change in QQQ and overall stock market. Then if you start buying option, you have a better chance of making profitable. I'm not saying you buy it here, it won't be profitable. That's like praying with the market. It can work out in your favor. Fed is pushing up, vaccine news coming up, all good. It will work out in your favor. What if there's nothing? Investors are not happy with what's going on. There is something else politically happening. This market, any bad news, it's going to affect us. Just be watchful, guys. That's what I thought I would add here. Hope probably it helped you guys. So when you're buying option, see, good thing is you can average down. If you want to buy stocks, good thing is if you can average around 270 or have a limit order and fill it whenever. It's like at this point QQQ was like 266 and Apple was trading below 110 or something. I don't know what was the low for Apple. 110, 114. Don't go all in. That's what, when people used to ask me about Tesla and all, like, yeah, Tesla, it tried to hit its really low. I think once aftermarket it reached 308, that I remember. So once it started coming up, people are asking, is it a good time to buy Tesla stock? No, this is not the good time, right? From here, you don't know it's going to fall down or go up, right? There is September 20, there is a million-mile event coming up for Tesla. If it works in the favor, it's going to trade higher. But after it sold off this badly, I feel like there is so much bearish sentiment. It is looking to me as a bull trap here. It can work out in your favor, depends on the news, but it can also go bad. So hold on. Like if you can collect Tesla's a little bit of stock around like 330, which is fine. And if it falls down badly, even, right? So probably it has a really good support around 280. This range, 280 and this range, yeah, it will be really good to buy. If ever Tesla reaches this price, it will be really good to collect at this price, is my opinion. Even here, it has a quite decent support like 330, but don't go all in at any time in stock. I mean, the problem with us is we feel like, oh, this is the best price. What if the stock trades higher above? Okay, let me finish this by saying real quick. So stock market haunts us with our memory. So what you do, Apple comes at like 110, or like before split, let's take Apple was trading at like 300, 350. And then after the earnings, it went all crazy all the way like up to 450, 440-ish, right? So you were thinking to buy Apple at like 380 or 350 before earnings, but you kind of bought only 10 stock and you missed the run and it hit 454. So what you generally, people as investors, what we think, oh, we missed that run, I would have bought like 50 more stocks, I would have made more money. Yes, right. That is fair, and that is a fair expectation. What if the stock is doing bad? Something like, what happened in Nikola. People were so bullish on Nikola and they bought like at 50 and 55 highest price, and still most of them, they could not exit and they were caught. Now it's like 31. It's trading around 31. So average down is so important, guys. We need to really understand why. Because if we are thinking we are going to make all the money in just one move, that's not trading. That's probably more like gambling only. It will work out in your favor. Out of 5 times, probably 2-3 times. 2 times it goes bad and you take a very really bad decision that time, it's going to hurt you. So that's why, like, have a price in target and have some stock numbers you're going to accumulate. That's the best approach. You may not make money like what you see in other WhatsApp group or like, in Wall Street bats, those kind of guys. But that's not what we wanted to do, right? We wanted to stay here for like 5-10 years longer. And the quick note on Leaderboard. So Leaderboard, as Vijay and I was telling, it gives a sign to exit, but only thing is those are really lagging. They wait for clear indicator, like, until this QQQ, until they see a sell-off up to here, somewhere around 270, they did not ask you to exit. So just think, right, when you are here, if you would have exited here, assuming ideally, you would have made more money than you are getting a signal here and exiting. So this is how any paid subscription is going to be. They are not going to give you a sign of, exit out of the market at this place. No way. Even we ourselves cannot do, right? Look at the market here, what it did. Probably here it sold off for 2 days badly, and then it picked up third day, and then it kept on going higher, right? So that's what everybody has to wait for, certain signal to either stay invested or to get out. So there's not going to be any ideal solution where you will have a chance to exit. But following Leaderboard, what it helps, right? It helps you to avoid this kind of sell up and be trapped. Like, you are here and the market is already here and you don't know what to do. By somewhere here, you're going to get a signal. Okay, guys, you have to exit. Go all cash, exit out of all your investment. At least you could have saved this kind of bad situation. Like, you're still staying invested here. You're going to be here. It's going to take until like April, which is like, this happened so quick now. But if it's 2008 or 2000, that time it would have taken longer to get back, right? Also even sometimes, right, like take example here, like, okay, it came down and then it's going to have a bull run. So Leaderboard asked you to stay 50% invested here. Once it starts a bull run, they're going to get you back to 100% investment. So you will be missing the low to that the level at which they are going to give a call. So ideally we expect to make money out of every single move from market. Maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe you all know, I'm just probably repeating, and don't take me wrong. Yeah, that's my opinion, guys. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, Karthi. That's a real good suggestion, and everyone is looking forward for your signals in the group, like Moin said. True, what you said is true.
I don't know if I can do it. I'm not tracking these days like so closely,
right?
Due to and stuff. But whenever I kind of feel like there is an investment, I see some value. Please also do your own due diligence and invest. And don't believe me that much. But yeah, I can really help.
Sure, I believe everyone does their due diligence, because everyone is here because they already know what is stock market, what is the risk involved in picking individual stocks, and we are just learning from each other. Instead of sitting alone in front of a computer, we like to have a good connection, not to lose money. So that's the reason everyone is here, I believe. And Karthi, you're good. Your suggestions are good, and thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Vijay.
Thanks, Karthik, for presenting. Yeah.
Thanks, Karthik.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yes, anyone has any questions?
Questions, or if you want to share anything.
Any options? I think more people are interested in learning options. Can anyone share the options trade which they did recently or anything? Sunil, what you did last week? Yeah.
So I'm basically I bought puts of Nikola.
Nicola puts. Great.
Yeah. So Nicola, that is, like a lot of people are talking about it right now, right?
Right.
So basically, initially I like I think a month or so back, I shorted Nicola at 60, covered at 40, and when this GM news came, it was no brainer for me to again buy a put, and
Wow.
it's working out good.
That's good.
Also, if you see all the financial media, the way they have reported is GM has bought 11% stake in Nicola, but that is not the case. Actually, Nicola has given that 11%, so 2 billion worth of stocks, free of cost to GM, in order to receive manufacturing as well as battery technology from them.
Wow, look at Nicola puts.
Yeah, Nicola puts are working out really great. I posted in the group too about it.
Oh, great. I missed it. Fine, that's fine. Let's catch up next time.
Yep.
Okay, guys, any questions? Anyone has any questions?
The biggest question is this, Vijay, where's the market heading next week?
Nobody knows. No one knows. No one can predict.
That's what the biggest question it's going on.
Okay, good to know.
But what I feel is this is my personal opinion again. So as Karthik showed, right, we are very close to 50 EMA in QQQ. So it can go anywhere from here, right? But if you see right now what's happening, the Fed is basically they don't want market to fall, right? So they are always coming up back and they have right now mandate to directly buy ETFs as well as stocks, which has never happened in the history before. So it is expectation that because 50 EMA, everyone is watching it. It's like as Karthik suggested, it's very important level. So my opinion is they will not let it break. But again, this is just a thesis, and it can be wrong.
Okay, thank you, Sunil. Anyone investing in special purpose acquisition companies recently? There is have you heard about SHLL or Crowd, CRWD? These
Don't
are good
bring it.
Sorry?
SHL, it was at 13 when everybody missed it. And now it touched, I think, 58.
So it's already high, you believe?
I think it's already high. It probably, yeah, Workhorse, I would say SPAC. Workhorse has a news coming up for that USPC contract. I can see a potential in Workhorse. I can see a potential in SPAC. No doubt about that. There's again, there's another company, Snowflake. I think they are coming up in the market
with an IPO. Snowflake is coming through the IPO route. Yes.
To be very honest with you, it all depends the way they open it, right? And if you join the run at that time, you may get lucky. But I would rather stay away from Snowflake unless we can see some support and resistance. But for the time being in EVs, I would say this Workhorse and SPAC, it will have a good run. And DPHCU when they are merging with Ride. So that there's a potential in that too.
DPHC? Okay.
DPHCU.
HCU, okay.
Yes.
There is a DPHC as well. Are these two going to merge?
DPHC and Ride is going to merge.
Okay.
Like how VTIQ merged with Nicola.
Right.
So same thing. This company will become Ride, RIDE.
RIDE. Okay, got it. Okay, DPHC. Yeah.
What is Ride? Is it?
It's a new IPO like Nikola. It's the same EV thing.
Okay.
So the ride will be like a Nikola, but the current shell company or the blank check company is the Diamond Peak. Anything with the holdings, right? That is the one which is already trading, and that will introduce the new company.
Yeah,
So
right.
the new company, instead of going through the traditional IPO route, they are going through a merger with the existing stock.
That's right.
So some companies are good, really good. For example, the SHLL is good, and I heard about DPHC from Moin. So these are all. Some of them are really good. So I'm tracking these things recently. So I thought I will share with you guys.
DPHC will have a good run once they have a ride coming in, because they have already have a big portfolio. So I can see potential in that. Nikola, everybody's talking about that, but I don't think so. If you have it on your portfolio, either keep it for a long term, but with short term, I don't see any potential in that company, because every time this company is involved in any controversy.
So you're a Nikola supporter?
I'm not Nikola supporter.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Not hater either.
I'm not hater either, but it had a run of 93. If somebody took an advantage at that time, they made money. But right now, there's nothing. I don't see anything in that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's better. About Nikola, my feeling is to save your money basically and get out if you have stocks. That's my personal opinion.
Just divorce it. That's it.
What I'm saying is, if you have loss, just take it and invest in something else. Because what has happened is many people are stuck at 60, 70, 80, whatever, right? People might have bought at 92.
92 for Nikola?
Yeah, 90. I mean, it went close to 90. Yeah. See,
yeah, like same thing with Big C's. It had a run when it did that e-commerce with Facebook. 160. I know people, they bought it at 135. They're stuck.
Okay.
Yeah. So so everyone understands like Nikola is a new company, and if they do not have product, that's fine. But lying about it, that's not fine. Like if you come and say, okay, we are still working on it, it's prototype, it's not working. I mean, this is our plans, things like that. It's okay to be understood. But if you just roll your truck, taking it to the hill and roll your truck and take a video and show that it's a working model, that's a big no-no. Like it's a no-brainer to short.
Okay, good. All right, guys. It's about to be 4. We had a good time discussing about stocks. How do you want you guys to proceed? Do you still want to continue? We can. I'm available.
I have one question. Like, how about Panasonic? They say they have like very good battery technology.
They partnered with Tesla, I believe, right? The Gigafactory is built by Panasonic. Someone has more information on that. Can clarify. Sunil?
Yes, they have for battery. They have partnership with Panasonic, Tesla.
Right.
But it doesn't run so much like the favorites of darlings of the market, right? So, like for long term, I'm asking this question.
Panasonic is not a US company, I believe. It's a Japanese company. So this one is in OTC, over-the-counter exchange. I don't know whether this is the right Panasonic or not, what I'm sharing. So I have no idea. There is some recent collaboration or tie-up with Tesla. Which company is that? Someone posted in the group as well.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I think it's Canadian corporate.
What's the ticker name or anything? You guys know? I don't recollect.
Yeah, because this guy Elon has Halifax University professor and his team working for some battery technology. He has an agreement until like probably another 5 years or something. I don't know exactly. I remember reading an article.
Okay, good. Yeah, anyone has knowledge on that? Yeah, we can share. We can learn from you. Let me check what is anyone can find from the group. I don't know which group it is. Okay, yeah, let's move on. So Panasonic, yeah, it's not traded in any NYSE or NASDAQ, so it's not that, it's not having any run like other.
And then how about Blink? So these guys do that battery charging stations.
Right, Blink, I heard it's good as well. But I didn't do much research on Blink. Anyone has some idea how's their infrastructure, how they are planning to install the battery in the recharge stations?
Blink is good for long term. If you want to get an option for 2021 or 2022.
Okay, that's a good suggestion.
There's nothing coming up in the near future for Blink. Yes, they will be installing the charging station. I think they are working with big companies as well. But just to be on the safe side, I would rather get their option. If I'm going to play an option, I will get it for late 2021 or till 2022.
So just to my understanding, I've never heard about Blink, but is it like they are gonna do generic charging station to support all other manufacturers, because Tesla is doing their own stations?
Yes, that's the idea. Yeah.
Okay. It's like a petrol pump.
All the electric vehicles. It's like a new chain of pumps, gas stations.
Okay, got it.
Maybe they include Tesla as well. I'm not sure.
Yes, Tesla is one of them. Tesla is one of them.
Tesla is one of them.
That's
good. Yeah, this new tie-up I said is Amprius. It's posted by Shifan or someone in the group. This is the battery.
Amazon. Guys, what about Amazon?
Amazon. Good question. Amazon is still good to buy. I'll go to Leaderboard because it's part of the Leaderboard profile. Amazon it moved to leader. Last week it was in buy zone. It went back to leaders now.
Okay.
It's in leaders because of the previous buy point, not the new buy point. The new buy point is 3,300. So another 200 it has to go for the new buy point. So right now, whoever bought when it was 2,500 range, they have 2,900 range. There was a buy point, and it went up. Now it came down, and it has a support above. It's closed above. No, it doesn't close above the 50-day moving average. So it falls 7% from entry, but support at 50-day line. It has still support, but the last closing price is below the 50-day support. So maybe it's not the right time to enter Amazon. You need to wait for some more time. If there is a bull run, if it catches up with the next buy point, then there is a breakout, then we can buy. Or if you already hold Amazon for good profit, depends on what price you bought, you can sell it and take the profit. So they clearly say that's a sell signal, right? And we can see it. Amazon fell 7.8% from buy point, and it closed below the 50-day moving average. And that's a sell signal. Even it's a leader as well as it's a sell signal. If you are for long term, again, hold your stocks, Amazon. Don't buy now. And the stock is failing to rebound from 50-day moving average. It was trimmed to half position from three-quarter position. So initially, last week it was in full position. Full position is 12% of the portfolio. Three-quarter is, or half position is 6% of the portfolio. Three-quarter is somewhere between, maybe 9%. So Amazon, wait for some more time. If you are planning to buy Amazon, wait until the next breakout, which might happen after 3,344. That's the buy point this leaderboard is suggesting. So I won't buy Amazon now.
You're right, Vijay. Same thing. Some of my friends, they already got burned with their options.
Mm-hmm.
So it had a huge run, and I think it ran up to 35.50, I believe. And then it broke that resistance, pulled back, and it's keep coming down.
Right.
So far, I have researched. I would say the best buying point for that beast is about between 2,800. When it comes down to 2,800 and 2,900, you can play with that beast. But right now, I don't. For me personally, I won't be comfortable putting any money in Amazon at this price level because I see it coming down.
Down. Okay.
I see it coming down, and people and the investors are pushing it for 2,900.
2,900. Okay.
Yes, between 2,800 and 2,900.
Okay.
This is the sentiment. But again, they have an earning call, I believe, on the 23rd October, and that's what they're looking for, to pull it back and then have a huge run again. So I will wait for when it comes down to 2,800, 2,900. I will buy an option call at that time.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is what the leaderboard position sizing is. If any stock is in full position, then it 12.5% weightage of your 100% portfolio. If it's a half position, it's 6.25, and if it's a quarter position or stake, then it's 3.1%. This is what they mean by full position, half position. So right now there is no stock in full position, and the market uptrend is under pressure. So it's not a good time to buy new growth stocks. So wait for any sell signals like this. Amazon had a sell signal, but still it's in leaders because based on your cost basis, if you have bought it at 1,500, it is considered a leader. You can still hold it, up to you, but that's a sell signal because it closed below the 50-day moving average. Yeah, that's it about Amazon. Any other question from this list? Only buy point now is Adobe. Buy range, it's in buy range now because of the earnings, I believe. September 15 is earnings for Adobe.
What about Apple?
Apple, we have an event on September 15. There is some release. Anyone has any idea what is the new product? iPhone 12?
It's going to be about Apple Watch because they say time flies, right? So not sure if they're introducing the 5G phone. I'm not sure.
Okay, good to know.
I'm big time in with Apple options for that September 15th. So.
Okay. Anyone else has question?
Vijay, did you say Apple is not a good time to buy?
No, it's like again betting on the event. You can buy. It's not a good time. Let's check what these guys say. Leaderboard says Apple is well extended after a breakout from cup and base, but it's testing 10-week moving average where a buy area may emerge. It's a half position on leaderboard. So right now it's there is no recommendation to buy, but it doesn't hurt to buy as well. So there is no strong recommendation to buy, but it is in leaders list considering the previous buy point. Previous buy point was 72 before the split, probably 360 or something. Apple went for 1 to 4, right? So it's 280. Maybe 280 was the previous buy point, and then it ran up to 400 or 440 before the split. Okay. Yeah, if you guys are leaving, yeah, feel free to drop off, guys.
Hey Vijay, this is Shiju. I have a question actually regarding Microsoft. What is your opinion about Microsoft? I have few at the rate of 225. What do you think? Maybe add a bit more than.
So your cost is 225 cost basis when you bought?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Recently, Microsoft is moving sideways.
Yeah.
So there is not much growth. Kind of Microsoft is kind of saturated. That's what I believe. Still, it can go for a run. But yeah, anyone has suggestion?
Yeah, I have one question or like a point about Microsoft, right? So Microsoft and Zoom, they have so much high price to sales ratio. So is like price to sales ratio mainly for the growth tech stocks, they look into that, right? So like will that be going to be a problem? They might not be able to grow that faster, right? Because it's both the stable and growth, both it is happening in that company, right? So that's one question I have, like at this price point.
Yeah, my understanding is just saturating. The growth is no more for Microsoft. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it's not compared to the previous growth, but otherwise still it has some room to grow. But let's see how in the chart it performed. It closed below the 50-day moving average, so the trend is still going down. So if you are okay to exit, it's better to exit or sell half of your positions. Don't hold it for long. Instead, you can invest in another growth stock.
Yeah.
Or if you want, you can wait for some more time. It had support in August and mid of August, but in September, after this sell-off started, it's not supporting the 50-day moving average. All these days, except for the Corona crash, it's all above the 50-day moving average. It has very good support. But this sell-off, it's not sustaining. So that is where we don't know market how it might go tomorrow or next week. So it's uncertain time, and that's the reason this leaderboard is also recommending not to buy anything now.
Okay. Thanks, Vijay.
Yeah.
One common question, like for all tech stocks, like what kind of ratios do you look at, like even after the leaderboard, like how do you like decide to make an entry, right? Is it just this leaderboard or like your own analysis as well?
Yeah, little bit analysis, like company fundamentals. For example, if you're investing in Microsoft, Microsoft product is everywhere. Everyone uses a Microsoft product. Now with the Teams, it's more penetrating. It may not have much growth, so that's the idea, right? It will not have growth like Amazon. Amazon is going to expand more. There is going to be more delivery. They're investing in drones delivery. They're coming up with everything new thing. So Microsoft will be stable for dividends. It's a good growth stock, but the growth is not that much compared to the past. So it will be like a stable company for investing. So if given a choice, I have to invest my money in a new stock. I would prefer Amazon instead of Microsoft. I'll still take the leaderboard's help. Yeah, that's how I do.
Thanks.
Let's see how Nvidia's taking a much needed break after getting away from extended 3 weeks tight buy point. Yeah, the chip stocks will be good. Nvidia, AMD. These are good now because of more number of processing power. Everyone is buying laptops now, forced to buy laptop while they study from home or work from home. And all of the products are going to data center. So Nvidia is also going to data center where the processing or the computing power is in the data centers now. So and the cloud companies which is supporting the infrastructure, that is also going to go up. So these are the things to watch for. And the TSM is the partner for the manufacturing for 7 nanometer. Those who are from those who can understand that electronics manufacturing thing. The latest technology is 7 nanometer, and the next one is 5 nanometer. Intel is still with 10 nanometer, stuck with 10 nanometer. They have to come up with some aggressive plan. Only after 2 or 3 years only they can show the results. But AMD has partnered with TSM for the manufacturing, and they have 7 nanometer products in market now, and 5 nanometer is in process, I believe. 5 nanometer. Even Nvidia, for that matter, is good. but Intel is down because they are still stuck with the 10 nanometer products. So that's the reason there is no Intel or any old technology here. Intel, Cisco, these companies are like value companies. There is no more growth in them in technology side.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Hey,
I just want, yeah, my name is Pritpal, and just want to know your views on Rocket.
Rocket. I don't have much idea. I know it's a mortgage company where now people will be looking for mortgage. Anyone has an idea about the Rocket company can share their knowledge. Pritpal, you can explain what you know so that everyone.
No, I have no idea because I'm stuck with Rocket for a while now because it's going down and down. Just wanted to know. And one of my friends was explaining like DPHCU. I just wanted to write down because he like mentioned few stocks. So if you can re-explain like a little bit slowly, please.
Moin, could you explain about DPHC again?
And others, if you can name the tickers.
I believe Moin is not there. He dropped. Yeah, Moin dropped out. Okay. So he explained, my understanding is it's again looks like a electric vehicle.
Okay, DPHCU and one was SPAC. What is the ticker for SPAC?
SPAQ.
SPAQ, okay.
Yeah.
And then what else did he say?
The diamond one, right? DHCU, and then
DHCU.
DHC. Sorry, I'll go back and it's here. Yeah, DPHCU. DP. Diamond Peak.
Okay.
DP.
So one is DPHCU and one is SPAQ.
SPAQ. That's right. And there is another Blink, which is a charging station for all the electric vehicles. Blink, he recommended to buy a long option for 2022.
Okay, BLNK.
BLNK.
Okay. Right. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, guys, what should we do? Any more questions? Anyone has?
Yeah, what about Tesla? Did you guys talk about Tesla?
Tesla, yeah, sure. There is a battery day coming, September 22nd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expectations for that. So people are waiting or holding the Tesla for that event. Those who are swing trading. And those who are for long term has nothing to worry. If you're having Tesla, hold it forever.
Yeah.
Anyone like to share about Tesla? Any news? Anything? Sunil?
Yeah, I think they're gonna announce a 1,000,000-mile battery for sure. But yesterday Elon also tweeted there are much more surprises. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. 22nd September. But I think Karthik touched a little bit on the chart too. So I think around 330 level would be a grab. That's what suggested. But yeah, right now if you are holding and if your vision is long time, then I don't see any issue. Yeah, but depends, right? When you bought. Like I have friends who bought at literally at 500 level. So yeah, I don't see it hitting 500 pretty soon. So yeah, but if you are for long term, I think this company has a lot of growth and yeah.
Thank you.
I'm a believer. Basically, you are asking actually a wrong guy. I'm a basically Tesla fan. So I'll of course not say anything bad about it, or I don't see. Sometimes I have biased view, right? So
do you own a Tesla, Sunil? When are you planning to buy?
yeah, actually I was supposed to buy Model 3, but
Model 3?
yeah, we ended up with Lexus.
Okay.
But I wish I would have not bought Lexus and put that money in Tesla stock. That was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I have booked basically the truck.
Cybertruck? Wow, when is it coming?
It's I think they are starting manufacturing 2022, so it's a long way.
It's
But
a long, okay.
my next car will be sure Tesla. That's for sure.
The stock will give you the car, right?
Yes,
the
exactly.
profit from the stock, right?
True. Yeah, possible. Even I bought a few Tesla when it was 300. When it dropped to 180, I bought it. But then I sold it in this year beginning by mistake. Yes. Yeah, that's a good way. That happens always. Yeah, if you are swinging, yeah, if you don't know about what is company's vision, yeah, that happens. But once you see what is the company's vision, what is the revolution it's going to bring, we are going to hold it. Yeah.
Last year I was holding 174 Tesla stocks at 254, and
Okay.
then sold it around like when it tosses around 290 or something.
Right, it happens. When we do swing, this is what happens. When we are in for long term, that will be a huge. That make a huge difference when we are in long.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the human brain, right? We sell the winners and we hold the losers.
Right.
Switching
Exactly.
switching that is very tough.
Right. We sell for a huge loss, and while taking profit for just 3%, 4% when we are in panic. For good stocks, we sell for 5%, and we sell for 10%, 20%. The same good stocks in huge loss. So we have to overcome all those emotions. That is more important.
Vijay, I would like to mention one thing. So like everybody is in the almost similar stage. So we have to plan a strategy in terms of trade and investment, right?
True.
So if you are trading, the profit you get, if you invest in a stock and forget about it, right? So
Right.
like a few stocks, like you said, Microsoft, or those are steady, right?
Steady.
So you keep them forever and like just forget about that. So unless you do not learn to forget, this kind of things will happen, right?
Right.
Trades will be profitable, but at the end of the day, your portfolio, if you see, you won't have that portfolio if you just trade, right?
Right.
So, that investment mindset in quality stock has to come.
Right.
The sooner it comes, the better, because then FOMO will happen, right? Fear of missing out. Then you become too ambition, and like so on and so forth.
Vijay,
Sunil likes to share something.
Yeah, just now you guys were talking about that SPAC, and what was that DXC?
DPHCU.
DPHCU. So I use this. So if you see on the Bollinger Bands, like it's overextended.
Okay.
It's way overextended. So generally, I don't see when this thing happens, it usually
pulls back. Okay.
Yeah, so same thing is happening right now. So I personally wouldn't recommend buying it at this level.
This level, right?
Yeah. In fact, if you see RSI too, like RSI is very high. So yeah. Same thing. Someone asked for Rocket, right?
Rocket, yeah, we can check that. That's good solution.
So the problem with Rocket is right now there is not enough data.
Not enough data.
I was holding Rocket. I bought Rocket somewhere here, made a good profit, sold it. But then again, greed kicked in. Next day, I bought a call.
I have a question about RSI. Like, so is it like what time period do you look into RSI?
I'm at daily level. So
okay.
Yeah. So if we see Tesla.
Yeah, you always like I also see the MACD and the VWAP, right? So that VWAP, if it goes below the VWAP, it usually pulls back. the day. I think I'm not an expert, but I just learned actually.
What is that called again?
VWAP, volume weighted average price.
Okay.
So if it goes below VWAP, it usually pulls back. Is my understanding.
Yeah, sure. I'll check it out. One more thing I wanted to share is if you guys want to learn about options, like I know there was some beginners. I found this website called Option Alpha. I think they have a lot of free video courses. If you guys are interested, like if you go to education. So there are of course some paid, but there are a lot of free, which is enough for you to get started. Guided tracks. So that's optionalpha.com.
That's good, Sunil. Could you share it in the group as well? WhatsApp group? Someone is asking.
Yeah, in the chat, we were also sharing option playbook, which is a site from Ally Financial, like a US bank, right? So that's also very good for long-term options.
Yeah. If there is nothing else, then we can say goodbye and enjoy our time on the weekend.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vijay and Karthik.
Yeah, Karthik is not here. He dropped out.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Thank you, guys. See you.
See you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.